What's up? It's Tice, and in this video, I'm going to go over how to get ahead of 99% of phone flippers. So I'm kind of just going to go over, there's like 7 ways to get ahead. Now, obviously, there's more, but here's just like 7 things that I've realized that things you could do to just get ahead of the other phone flippers and crush your competition, make more money than them, and everything like that. If you have no clue who I am, I've been able to scale my phone flipping business to $20,000 in profit in a single month. And I've helped other people do the exact same thing. I've helped people get to like 10K and 15K and 17K a month with their phone flipping business. And these are just some things that I realized on how they got ahead. So number one, these are not in order, just like one of the first things is most people quit before they even start. So a lot of people that I start working with are like, a lot of people that dive right into phone flipping, and this is with any business. I see this within kind of any business. A lot of people enjoy and they take pride and they like to be that special snowflake that business just doesn't work for them, right? Oh, I tried drop shipping, it didn't work for me. I tried trading, it didn't work for me. Like these businesses, they just don't work for me, right? Like I'm special. I'm so special. They don't work for me, like just for me, right? So a lot of people with this mindset, they quit before they're even starting because they tell themselves, they go into every single business model that they're about to start thinking that like they're already defeated before they even hop into it, right? Nothing works for them. Nothing works for them. They're the special snowflake that nothing works for, and no matter what they do, they can't make money with a business. They can't make a business work. And I kind of see a decent amount of people, like not even in phone flipping, but in kind of every other business too. People with this mindset, they're already quitting before they even start. They just want to start the business for them to reassure the fact they want to start the business, do the bare minimum just to reassure the fact that nothing works for them. I hope that makes sense. People get into things, and this is a real thing. Like some of you guys might have never seen this and be like, "What the fuck? Like, who does that?" People actually do that, right? People like to be that special snowflake that nothing works for, and they're only looking for reasons to confirm that XYZ doesn't work for them, right? And this could be in anything. This could be in business. This could be in relationships. This could be in life, like anything. For example, there's some girls, like this is just kind of, obviously not have anything to do with phone flipping, but this might like hit the point home for you. Is let's say for example, some girl thinks she's not like worthy of love, right? She'll get into a relationship and point and only look for the reasons. Like when she gets into a relationship, and on the other hand, when a guy gets into business or a girl gets into business, whatever, they're only getting in that business, they're only getting in that relationship, and they're only looking for things that affirm their belief. So if she gets into a relationship and she's not worthy of love, she's going to look for every single reason to affirm and confirm her belief of I'm not worthy of love, right? And same thing with people in business. They get into business and they're just looking subconsciously. They're just looking for reasons to affirm their belief and confirm their belief that it's true. So they're just looking for reasons to again, confirm, I can't find a better word, but reassure themselves and confirm business is just not for me, right? So when they get into business or a girl gets into a relationship, like people who have this sort of mindset, they're only looking for the things that reassures them of their belief. I hope that makes sense. A lot of people quit before they even start because they have that mindset going into anything. And a lot of those people, it's not just with business, but it's also with relationships. It's also with love relationships. It's also with their personal life. It's also with as simple as they travel and they're always like, oh yeah, every time I travel, like the weather sucks or whatever. Like they have this victim sort of mindset that all things just happen to them. They're the special snowflake and everything like that. So that's like one point that most people quit before they even start. There's another point that kind of just I saw recently that I also want to go into about most people quit before they even start. This is kind of another version, not of that, but the same same thing. Like most people quit before they even start. I had a dude who started phone flipping not even a month ago. I don't even think it was a month ago. No, actually it wasn't a full month yet. And so he started phone flipping, and what exactly happened? I'm just trying to think exactly kind of what happened. I just went and checked just to kind of confirm what I'm saying is actually like accurate. But yeah, it was just he stopped phone flipping less than a month in, because it didn't overcome the income from phone flipping didn't overcome his full-time job yet. About 3 weeks into phone flipping. So that's like another example of quitting before you even start. A lot of people that have had success with phone flipping, at least that have joined my program, that first month is mostly a learning phase. I'm just saying this for anyone who's starting phone flipping from complete scratch, never flipped a phone before, never ran an ad before, never sold to a buyer before, never even checked a phone before or anything, or people that are starting from complete scratch, is that if you actually have access to the right information, like say if I were to give you access to my training program and you have access to all the right information, it's still going to take you about a month to kind of go through that process for yourself and learn all the lessons for yourself. There's still lessons and still things that you have to learn and go out there and mess up on to kind of learn everything that I'm saying, but from experience. It's a lot different. I can give you, I heard this quote the other day. I forget how it went. I could tell you, let me find this. All right, I didn't find it, but I kind of just thought. I think it went something like, I can explain it to you and show it to you, but I can't understand it for you. So it's a completely, and some of you guys might realize this, in life in general, in business and in everything, you could hear someone say something and they're explaining it to you and they're showing it to you, but it's a whole different game and a whole different beast of understanding it for yourself. Most of the time it has to happen to you to actually wrap your head around it and actually understand it. So yeah, I just kind of went off on a little ramble, but it takes more than a month to actually start to get the ball really rolling. That first month, as long as you have access to the right information, it only takes 1 month to get the whole learning phase down, right? That is mostly a learning phase, is your first full month. And a lot of people that do have access to the right information, like for example, the people that are in my training that have access to the right information, that first month is a learning curve. There's a learning curve, and it's a learning month, but you still make money that month. You're still making profit that month. You're still coming out on top. Whereas somebody who doesn't have access to the right information, somebody who's trying to figure it all out for themselves or on their own or just by some free videos, it might take a couple more months to learn. It might take a couple more months, and in those couple months, you're probably not going to be profiting. Now, this is just me speaking from experience, because when I was first starting out, there was a learning curve, and that learning curve, I didn't have access to the right information because there was no right information on how to kind of start this from scratch and what to do and how to do it and everything like that. So I kind of dove into this just by myself and kind of blindly, and I made mistakes my first month and my second month, and I lost money my first month. And there's a learning curve to this. So a lot of people that have that I've worked with personally, people that are at $10,000 a month now, and beyond that, 15,000 a month. A lot of times, I mean, you could ask them personally, or if you could watch some of my interviews with some of these people, that first month is a learning curve. The first month, it takes time to actually learn, process, and understand that information before you could actually start profiting and make a bunch of money and kind of build up the momentum to kind of make a lot of money with phone flipping. So I spent a lot of time in that first point, but I just kind of wanted to hammer it home so it can make sense to everything. Number 2 is master the foundation. What I mean by this is the foundation of phone flipping is just marketing, negotiation, and then selling your phones to a wholesale buyer. That's the foundation. And you don't need anything more than that to make $20,000 in profit a month. Nothing more than that. You just need to master the basic shit, the basic daily inputs. It's nothing more than that. You don't need to be repairing phones. You don't need to be unlocking phones. You don't need to be buying phones from whatever. You don't need to be, all these things. There's so many little paths you could go into within this whole entire electronic phone flipping space. But the point is that you just have to master the foundation of marketing. So how are you getting your phones? Negotiation. How are you actually closing the deals? How are you persuading people to agree to your price? And then selling your phones is obviously just getting rid of them as quick as possible to a wholesale buyer. That's it. Those are the only, you just have to master the foundation. You don't need any unlockers. You don't need to start buying phones from auctions. You don't need to start looking for the next new hack on someone's YouTube channel that'll teach you a hack on how to make a blah, blah, blah extra or whatever the hell. There's nothing other than that you need to do that will get you to $20,000 a month. So what I'm saying is that you just need to master the foundation, the basic shit. And that'll get you beyond $10,000 in profit a month if you just do it the right way. And the people that are making those crazy numbers like 10, 15, 20, 30,000 a month with phone flipping, they just mastered the foundations. They're just doing more, right? So the people that are making a shit ton of money in this business, they're doing the foundations, they're doing the basic shit, just more of it. Just more of it. That's all. The people that are on the top are just doing more than you, spending more than you, outreaching to more people than you, have more connections than you. It's just the basic shit, just more of it. So that's number 2. Number 3 is stop chasing shiny objects. So what I mean by this is this could go a bunch of different ways. So, stop chasing shiny objects could go in so many different ways. For example, it could be chasing other businesses. Like, you start phone flipping and then you also start like doing some sports betting on the side. And then you also start kind of trading a little bit. And then you also start reselling sneakers too a little bit because you heard you can make some money with that. And you also start whatever, you get the point. A lot of people chase these shiny objects because it's the new big thing. It's the new thing, or it's something that they just saw that could make you more money or more money, whatever. A lot of people chase these shiny objects and don't stick with one thing. If you stick with one thing, you will actually make a lot more money because there's a lot less distractions and you're just focused in on your one thing. And so that's like a kind of broad way of stop chasing shiny objects. But a more niche way of people chasing shiny objects, like within phone flipping, is people will be phone flipping and then someone will come out with a new video on YouTube. Like, for example, like a phone flipper will come out with a YouTube video and they see them doing something a little different. They're like, oh, let me try that. Maybe that's why I'm not at $10,000 a month, because I'm not doing that, right? Oh, let me go try that. All right, so they try that. And obviously, it doesn't get them to $10,000 a month. That happens a lot. I have so many people book calls with me that are so distracted by everything, right? Someone posts about auctions. Oh, let me go try auctions. Someone posts about a new the same shit that Phone Flipper's been doing for years, but they frame it in a new way. Oh, let me go do that, right? Let me go see how he does it. A software that has 200 pages of bullshit information that I don't need. Oh, let me go try this software. So many people are just running in all different types of directions. That's not doing anything. They're chasing these shiny objects within phone flipping. Oh, this guy runs ads for phone flippers. Let me go try this. Oh, this guy does auctions. Let me go try this. Oh, this guy unlocks phones. Let me go try this. Like, so many things within phone flipping. Is people just chase these shiny objects instead of just mastering the foundation and doing more of it. That's all you need to get to 10, 15, 20,000 a month in profit. That's all you need, just to master the basic shit. Like, I don't have any overseas buyers. I don't have any special unlocker. I don't got shit, bro. I just mastered the basics and did a lot of it, and that's all. Number 5 is you need to go through that period of suck to get to where you want to be. This is kind of within everything in life, and especially in phone flipping, especially in business, especially in life, especially in any area of anything. Everyone that is hyper successful, you always hear them talk about that their life sucked for a long time. My life sucked for a long time. Business wise, not business wise, but life wise. Like, and I could relate this to so many other things in my life. But when I first started out phone flipping, I was working 11 hours a day at a tire shop. I was 16 years old. I dropped out of high school. I just broke up with my girlfriend at the time. She broke up with me because I dropped out of high school. And that was like my first ever girlfriend. And I was so upset over that. And I didn't have time to even think about it because I was working 11 hours a day at the tire shop. I would get yelled at by my boss. I was working with a bunch of people that just hated their lives. So if they hate their lives, they're not going to be like, who's going to be nice to me if they hate their lives? They don't even know me either. And I'm doing this job that honestly, I was doing a job that I kind of had no clue what I was doing. So I was walking around blindly. And then sometimes I'm making mistakes. I make a mistake on an oil change and oil would go everywhere. Everyone's like shaking their head. Everyone's saying shit. Or I mess up some tires and I scratch the rim, whatever. There's so many things that happened in this period of my life, and it sucked so bad. Like, so bad. I don't even know. I was barely getting any sleep either. For a while, my life literally sucked so bad. But I started phone flipping on the side, and I started making more money with phone flipping, and all that sucky period was while I was starting out phone flipping, because I still even had the headache that I had to make. And I hated, first of all, I'm bouncing all over the place, but I hated it so much that I wanted to obviously get out of the tire shop and like live a new life. So that's why I kind of started phone flipping. And so I didn't quit my job before I started phone flipping. I was working at my job and using the money from my job to fund my phone flipping. And I would meet people like in the back. I would meet people like before work, after work, during my lunch break, and everything like that. And that period sucked even more. I was barely getting any sleep at all because I had my job and I had this business that I had to run, and I had to go to the gym, and I had to think about this girl I just broke up with, and I had to so much stuff. I had to pay rent for my house because my mom was struggling. There was so much bullshit in that time period. And I was eventually able to make a lot of money with phone flipping and make more money than my job. And I quit my job because I was making more money with phone flipping than I was from my job. And I was able to kind of smoothly get off the tire shop and everything. But my life sucked so bad during that time period. So bad. And I was barely getting any sleep. Now, to anyone who doesn't know what getting 3-4 hours of sleep for 6 months straight is like. For anyone who doesn't know what that's like, you're not even yourself anymore. You're not even in your mind. You're not even in the same thoughts. Like I didn't even know. I don't think I was ever even thinking. Like everything was just, and that's why people, I guess, just get caught up in like the 9 to 5 or a regular life. Is I understood how people get caught up in it because I was caught up in it. There was nothing I was thinking about other than I got to wake up, I got to go to work, and then while I'm at work for 11 hours, 12 hours, while I'm at work, I'm not thinking about anything besides, oh, when's my next oil change? All right, I got to go get these tires. I got to put on these tires. I got to bolt the tires up. There was nothing that I was thinking about other than that. I just wanted to kind of, I don't know I forget where I was going with that. But yeah, my life absolutely sucked. And this is the same thing for whatever relationships too. You need to go through that period of suck in relation. Like this can relate to literally everything. You need to have that one girlfriend who absolutely fucks you over to get the girl that you want. You know, your girl, ideal girl that you want to marry. You have to go through those couple girls that absolutely fuck your life over so you could get that girl that you eventually want. So there's a lot of trade-offs you have to make in business, in life, in everything. You have to go through a period of suck and a period of like just something that you don't like doing to get to where you want to be in any area of life. So that's that. And then number 6 is speed to lead equals more deals closed. So what I mean by this is this could relate to outreach, and this could also relate to people reaching out to you on Facebook Marketplace. It could go both ways. So, for example, when people are outreaching to you, when you're running ads on Facebook, when you're running Facebook ads, your speed to lead equals more deals closed. What I mean by this is when people go to sell their phone, a lot of them are price fishing. Some people price fish. So they see your ad, they ask you, they text you first, and then they'll go text 3 other phone flippers that are also running ads in your area. But if you tackle that lead first and you respond super quick and you try and set up a meetup that day, that within like right then and there, you try and set up a meetup, then they're not even going to like talk to these other phone flippers because you are willing to meet them with cash today with a decent offer. Whereas maybe the other 2 phone flippers that they reached out to, maybe one of them took 20 minutes to respond, and then maybe one of them responded right away with a better price than you, but they can only meet this weekend. So your speed to lead in both ways, your speed to lead in responding to the customer, and not only responding to the customer, but setting up a meetup with that customer as soon as possible, that will get you a shit ton of deals closed because you're always available and you're right there. So I've had multiple people that have gotten better offers than me, but because I responded so quick and I was also able to meet within like that hour, they're already closed. They don't care about the extra $20-$30 that other person could give them if it's a day or 2 days from now, because they need the cash now, or someone took an hour to respond or a day to respond. So they always go with the person that is more quick. Most of the time, people go with people that are more quick. So speed to lead equals more deals closed. And number 7, it's not working, equals number 7 is 5-figure months come from repetition. So what I mean by this is just you just have to put the reps in, bro. You're not going to make $10,000 profit your first ever month phone flipping. If you want to get to $10,000 a month phone flipping, you have to put in the reps. It's not something that's going to come super easy. It is simple, but it's not easy, right? It is very simple, but it is not easy. So your 5-figure months, your $10,000 profit months, your $15,000 profit months, they come from repetition. They come from building up that momentum over 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. It comes from building up that momentum and putting in those little 100 little inputs every single day into your funnel flipping business for your name to get out there, for you to be able to build trust with your audience, your local town, for your name to get out there, for your cash to build up so you could buy more phones, for your process to get a lot more streamlined so you get rid of phones super quick. So many things. You just have to put the reps in every single area of your business to get to those 5-figure months. It is not easy, but it is very simple. So as long as you are consistently putting the work in, a 5-figure month is literally inevitable. I had someone recently, my last student, who I did an interview with, Leo. He hit his first $10,000 profit month after consistent 2, 3, 4, 2, 1.5, $3,000 months. But he stayed so consistent, was putting in the reps every single day, was doing the shit that he should have done every single day, and he eventually got to $10,000 profit in a month. And now he's on track to keep on hitting that $10,000 profit goal consistently because he was able to put in those reps, build up that momentum over the past couple of months. So now he's doing very well. So that's exactly how I would say you could get ahead of 99% of phone flippers. If you guys want help starting or scaling your personal phone flipping business, I can help you out. So if you want to work with me personally, I'll put a link in the description and you can book in a one-on-one call with me. If we are a good fit to work together, I'll give you access to my training program, my buyers, my ads, just kind of everything, my whole entire system of what I personally did to get to $10,000 a month in profit with funnel flipping and how you could get there too. So I'll help you out one-on-one to just kind of guide you and hold your hand along the way and help you get to whatever your goal is, whether it's to quit your job or start funnel flipping from scratch, or you're already doing $10,000 a month funnel flipping and you want to take it further. Whatever it is, I'll help you out. So if you want that, book in a call with me. I'll help you out, and I'll see you boys later.